Hello, friends from the comic book and manga world. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we'll be sharing some of our favorite picks for the May 30th, 2022 FOC. Hector and I, we manage sales for the international direct comic book market. So the titles that you'll see would be titles that we can sell into that market around the world. So if you didn't already know, we are also on Instagram and Facebook at PRH International Comics. So please check us out on that platform as well. And so to get started, I will have my first pick of this week.
Yeah, go for it.
And Wandance. This is volume one by Coffee, which is a fantastic name.
Yeah.
And this goes on sale June 28th. And I do want to talk a little bit about this because I think
Yeah.
this is definitely for fans of Blue Period, Your Lie in
Mm.
April. So if you like that type of story, this is for you. So it's about this shy teenager who encounters a girl who is dancing alone. And he's like so amazed by her because she dances as if she doesn't care if anyone's watching. Like she's just so passionate. She's just so focused on it. And he wonders, can I ever get to that point where I feel that free enough to feel that way? Because he has a stutter and he doesn't want people to notice it. And he just tries to blend in with the crowd and he just stays quiet. And that's how he operates. And so what he does is he does something out of his comfort zone and signs up for a hip hop dance club. And he's like, let me try this. And so you follow that story as you go through. And just so that you are all aware, the volume two comes out on August 30th. And then we also have the volume three that comes out on October 25th. So if this is something that interests you, definitely pick it up.
Yeah. First of all, I love the premise. I love the
Oh, yeah.
story. I think we're getting a whole lot more um, mangas where it's slice of life, but also very deep into like people who are introverted trying to find a way out and kind of discovering that if they take chances, they can they first of all discover skills they didn't have, and second of all, showing off to the world, which is great. Which I love that kind of storyline, and there's been a whole lot more recently of that, which I love, and I think there should be even more. I love
Hmm.
that kind of story. And second of all, the art of these covers is
It's
so
beautiful.
beautiful, and it's very stylized and a very it's still manga, but it feels a little bit trying to think how to describe it, but it feels a little bit more high art than regular manga to me. And I like that. And it goes well with that. And it also obviously you mentioned Blue Period, and it's that kind of story and that kind of art too. That kind of cover, which
So
is very catching to the eye.
yeah, since you're bringing it up, Blue Period, we'd had talked about this. We're like, I mean, the artist would have to draw for each character their own artwork and their own
Yeah,
style,
yeah.
which I'm like, that's so incredibly
It's
difficult
amazing.
and it's amazing. And to relate that here, I'm wondering how they're gonna translate different styles. I know it's hip hop, but like every person has their own unique style.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
wonder how that's gonna be reflected in dance, like how they're gonna portray the dance
yeah.
in the artwork. Uh,
And the way that the artwork it matches with what they need for that.
yeah.
You can tell that the art it's gonna make the dance moves look more serious. Because if it
Yeah.
was more cartoony, it would be cartoony. It would be too funny, too quirky.
And you can even see it with the covers, the
Yeah,
movements that you
yeah.
see.
Like she's popping and locking right there.
A little bit of contorting there. It looks
Yeah,
so
yeah, no,
good.
but it looks good. It
Mhm.
looks very good. Now I'm excited about this one, and like I said, it's I I really hope that we get more and more and more of this style, of this type of slice of life, but with a very serious undertone, and especially, about people discovering themselves and putting themselves out there,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
in the world, which is great.
All right, next up we have Hector's pick.
Yeah, well, of course, something like this. World Fastest Level Up. This is the light novel, Volume 1 by Nagato Yamada and illustrated by Fame. Another very cool name, which I
Hmm.
was trying to research Fame online, and it's
Uh,
like Fame artist, Fame manga artist, and it's like it all it comes up is like famous artists and famous in
uh,
general, so it was really hard to research them, uh to
mhm,
research them online. But anyways, this goes on sale November 8th. It's 14.99. This is from Seven Seas from Airship, and this is isekai, but it's a one of those, I don't want to say reverse isekai, but it's like it doesn't transport you to another world, but it's changes to our world that happen in this storyline. Dungeons start appearing all around the world, and at the same time, people start getting powers, like in an RPG. So our world turns into an RPG, and some people take advantage of that, and they start discovering their treasures in these dungeons, obviously. And our main character, it's one of those, and he starts not only discovering that he has, an ability, and he can take advantage of going to dungeons, but all of a sudden he starts leveling up really fast, like the title says. And it's obviously, it's he sort of becomes from this nobody all of a sudden very famous around the world because of his abilities. This is just a you know, fun fantasy isekai, kind of story that I love so much. I love the art on this cover.
mhm,
Um, this was announced by Seven Seas 3 weeks ago, and it was yeah. And now we have the night novels, and I'm hoping, obviously, eventually we'll probably get the mangas, which they are both available in Japanese.
mhm.
So that's it.
Cool.
And now we're getting to our favorite covers for this week. And this one's mine, Captain America Symbol of Truth, Peach Momoko variant. Such a beautiful art of Sam Wilson right there, and such a very classic Momoko watercolor style.
Hmm.
It's amazing. Not much to say over there. Just look at it and enjoy it.
It looks like feathers
Yeah,
around them,
so
right?
obviously, yeah,
Makes
thank you for
sense.
mentioning that. So
Yeah.
it's sort of the transition between, because he still has, obviously he has his wings, but it's sort of the transition between Falcon and Captain America.
Yeah, it's like it's even cooler because it's like feathers in a circular
Yep.
to like exactly what you said, that transition.
It
It's
is
just the
sort of
way that it's
feels like
represented.
it's
Yeah.
exactly like he's
Mhm.
metaphor who doing a metaphorsis morphous or changing, sorry,
Yeah.
right? And changing into Captain America, although he still has, like I said, the win, so he's still sort of a flying version of Captain America, which is awesome.
It's really cool the way that's done here.
Did you notice the a couple of feathers, like red feathers, sort of fall floating in the bottom, like one on the
Yeah.
bottom left and on the right? Yeah.
That's how I figured it out because I wasn't sure with the ones up top because it's so like stylistically, like it I wasn't sure, but like you can definitely see that they're feathers falling
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
at the
Which is
bottom
great.
there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
awesome. And then next, another of my very favorite, our favorite
Hmm.
artists, Scotty Young, and this is Iron Cat #1. This book has a lot of great covers, a lot of variants, but you know we're kind of impartial to Scotty Young. We love his art, and this is amazing. This is a very Scotty Young art with Iron Cat, just following a mouse in the colors of Iron Man, sort of implying that fight that we see in all of the other covers between Iron Cat and Iron Man, which is great.
Very Tom and Jerry, but
Yeah.
with the
Yes. Tom and
with
Jerry. Very,
yes.
very Hanna-Barbera. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Yeah, the way that it's drawn. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Very, very. Okay.
All right, next up is one of my picks, and this is the variants. This is issue number 1, and we have the Caldwell and the Scotty Young variant. These are stunning. Like
Yeah.
when I saw it, I immediately had to know more. And you have Jessica Jones on the cover here, and as the title implies, she'll be encountering her variants across the multiverse. As you'll know, the multiverse is like the thing,
Yeah, of course.
the thing at the moment. And I do want to read out the Scott.
Yeah, which is a great leading to what what Scotty Young writes. Yeah, go ahead.
And Scotty Young obviously has drawn himself, and he says, "So you want me to do one of my variants?" And Jessica Jones is like, "Yes." And you and your variants? Correct. On a book titled variants? Yep. If you give me a few minutes, I'm sure I can find you a shark to jump over.
Yeah.
I love this, the way that
I
it
love
looks.
that it's very self-conscious, very, we
Yeah.
know it sounds very ridiculous, but at the same time, this book, I'm really interested in it. I'm a fan of the character Jessica Jones, and I think having a lot of variants of Jessica Jones interact with each other is amazing
Mm,
because in general, not a lot of people want it, or it doesn't go well. Interactions with other people. That's her thing. Like she's not very good about interacting with other people. So this is gonna be amazing. I think it's
I'd like to see how she reacts
yeah,
to her
yeah, yeah,
other versions.
yeah.
Okay, and next up.
So next is mine. I have a lot this
Mm,
this week. I've been out for a month, so I had to like make up a little bit. And this is Iron Man Hellcat Annual #1. This is the Art Germ um, cover variant, and then there's a trade dress, and on the right you have the Virgin version also. Uh, it's stunning art. It's typical Stanley Art Germ Lau art, but it also has that twist of Hellcat sort of scratching off the page, and you see Iron Man in the background,
mm,
which is amazing. I have the privilege of meeting him for a minute and getting autograph from Arjun this weekend, last weekend, sorry, with at the Orlando Mega Con, and he was amazing and he was great. And this is something I definitely have to pick up. And I love everything about it. It's just like I said, it's such a very Argent. It's beautiful art. It's very detailed. I love the way that the hair, the
mhm,
hair. It's amazing on this. But I also like how the background. It's not a lot, but it's very stylized, and it sort of gives the uh the image sort of a more depth too.
mm.
So
It's beautiful. I think it's so very much art germ, but it has
yeah,
that unique rip to
yeah,
show underneath. That's so cool.
that
I
is
like how
very, very,
that was
very
done.
cool. And next we have She-Hulk #4 by Chrissy Zulo. And She-Hulk, well, first of all, Chrissy Zulo is amazing, and a lot of people, I mean, she's well known for her covers, but also a lot of people know her for she has all these figurines or statues of her the characters she's drawn. And I got to meet her also at MegaCon. She was great. She was amazing. But She-Hulk in general, this series has been amazing also because the fans of She-Hulk, first of all, is preparing you for the Disney Plus series that's coming up, but also it's sort of the return of the original She-Hulk. Jessica Walters being the lawyer who has to deal with the powers, but she wants to have a normal life. But at the same time, she's sort of coming in grips with this power that she has. And this book has had a lot of great covers, and Jim Bertel has been doing the main covers for all these. But there's also been some amazing covers by a lot of artists. But there's also like for issue one, there was a very classic Arjun one that has now become classic. I mean, it's sort of great. And this is also, I think, it's going to become one of those that everybody's going to want. Everybody's going to be talking about it online, and it's going to be on the Instagram feed of everyone around. So this one, definitely a pickup.
Mm.
Very
Uh,
beautiful.
This is the 60th anniversary for Spider-Man,
Yeah,
I
there's.
think.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, should have mentioned that this is a Hulk, She-Hulk in a Spider-Man suit celebrating the 60th anniversary. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's really
Yes,
cool. And then we have some piece of news that we always do at
at
the
the end.
at the end.
Yeah,
And here it is.
and it's mine, obviously. Well,
Yeah.
it's Star News, but
Mhm.
I'm more of the Star Wars
Star
geek
Wars
on
fan.
this and
Yeah.
here. So celebration is happening, and Star Wars celebration is happening in Anaheim this weekend. There's already a bunch of announcements and trailers coming out, and the first big Marvel Star Wars announcement that has come out is the Phase 2 of Star Wars High Republic, coming later this year because Star Wars High Republic was kind of on a hiatus, ending Phase 1. And we have two books that have been announced. A new Star Wars The High Republic, starting again on number 1, and then Star Wars High Republic The Blade. Not going to go too much on details, but obviously the main one, the Star Wars The High Republic, is the same team that did the previous and some of the miniseries, and this one takes 150 years before Phase 1, so we're going back again. And Star Wars High Republic The Blade, it's on this character that you see. It's about this character. It's a 4-issue miniseries that concentrates on this character that you see on the cover. That is a Jedi that turned into a cook, and I'm really, really looking forward to finding out his story because that is an awesome concept.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah. So this is coming, and there's going to be a whole lot more announcements probably this weekend. So be on the lookout for those.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh,
And
very cool.
yeah,
Oh, do you have anything else to add?
no, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
We're pretty good.
That's all for today, and please take note that the opinions that we made today on these videos are our opinions only, and it doesn't reflect the opinions of Penguin Random House, its imprints, its publishers, or the publishers that we represent. And so if you enjoyed our content for today, like please return for next week. We always do this every week. Hector and I both have a lot of fun doing this, and
Yeah.
definitely comment below if you have any, like if you like what you see today, and like definitely communicate with us. We'd love to have that. And yeah, that's it.
Hope you enjoyed.
Bye.